Welcome to the Midwest Happy Hour. We're your hosts, Lacey and Hayley.
Join us for a drink and a chat with a new Midwest small town perspective on topics that will keep you learning, laughing, and growing.
So let's get into it. Cheers!
I feel like I need to whisper, but I don't even know how to whisper, so oh well, I guess this is what you get.
Hey everyone.
Hey.
It's us. This episode will come out after your birthday.
Oh my god, it's me. I'm getting older. I am so pissed.
Why?
I really don't want to turn 30 at all. Next
Why?
year, I already decided I'm
That's
turning 29.
Weird thought.
No, next year I'm turning 29.
That's weird. I think it's weird when people are like, I'm not aging. I'm getting younger. That's weird.
No, it's not, and I am.
Why do you have a problem with getting older?
I've seen people do it.
I know, it is kind of sad. I was watching this new series, and I started in the beginning and then I binged it, and it's been 10 plus years. I'm like, oh my god, you can tell the age. You can tell how much older they get. And I'm like, that's kind of sad. You just see the aging process happen so quickly because I'm binging it.
I see.
I didn't
Trailer
watch
Park
it every
Boys?
year.
You watch Trailer Park Boys?
No, I think it was Southern Charm, where I'm like, oh my god, everyone is.
Are you going to watch
aging
Vampire Diaries next? What are you watching?
Southern Charm. It's a Bravo show.
Of course it is. Okay. You probably got sold by the commercials from Real Housewives. They were like, do you like Real Housewives? You'll love this. And you were like, well,
actually,
yes, I do.
refused Southern Charm for a while. I'm like, I don't need another show. I bet it's stupid.
It's not. Very good. Should we talk about our drink?
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
We are doing NA Spicy Palomas.
And for all you people out there, NA means no assholes.
Not available.
Non-alcoholic.
Yes. So
it's the opposite of me.
These are fantastic. So
super good.
I'm going to post that drinking video on our social media, with the ingredients that we use to make it, but it's with the brand of sparkling water. It's Q, and we use sparkling grapefruit. Why did I say that weird?
Sparkling grapefruit. I think my nose is whistling.
Mine do.
Oh, maybe it's yours.
I always get the jacked up mic, honestly.
I don't. Is it you?
No, it is the mic.
Well, that's what I meant. But is it yours?
No, every time I hold it, it sounds better, but it sounds tingy.
Okay.
But anyway, so the brand Q, and I found it on TikTok because I was looking up mocktails, and the TikToker's
the
called
lady
is Mocktail Girly. I mean, she and her husband, all she said was that her and her husband stopped drinking alcohol because of a health scare, and so they just haven't drank alcohol again. And her TikTok is literally just on how to make mocktails. Anyway, I didn't get this idea really from her. I just got the sparkling grapefruit from Q.
Literally Q, just the conspiracy people that are right about everything.
This brand is supposed to be better for you than other sparkling waters that are out in the market.
Because those sparkling waters, they're out there killing people.
Yeah, they sure are.
Overdosing.
Yeah.
On the TV static.
Yep, exactly.
Somebody told me that seltzers taste like TV static, and that's all I can think about now. I mean, this one doesn't, but whatever, White Claw and stuff.
Yeah.
People will go, that tastes like TV static.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
And then we just put some lime juice in it. We rimmed the glasses with salt. You have to have salt.
You have to have salt.
Have to have it.
You have to have it.
And then we cut up a jalapeno that's from my garden. We put a couple slices in each. It is fantastic. That jalapeno gives it that
it's burning the cut in my lip.
Right, it gives you that little burn that alcohol gives you, and I'm not missing alcohol at all in here.
Me neither.
It's kind of fantastic. And we're doing non-alcoholic specifically because I am taking a little break from drinking.
Sweet. I do it every October, but
but it's been, what's today?
Tuesday.
It's been a little over a week, and I have felt amazing. I felt clarity,
energy,
and energy. I feel motivated to go to the gym. I feel when Grant or Graham are going through their fits or their whatever, I'm able to handle it better.
Interesting.
because I don't have
Anxiety.
other outside stressors.
Right.
Like Flint and I's relationship is fantastic. I mean, not saying that it wasn't, but like,
Yeah. You're probably better able to communicate when you're both sober than, drunk people communicating. It's different.
Yeah. And it was just like, yeah, let's just take a little
breaky
poo. And I don't miss it.
Nice.
Like, I don't, I thought I would miss it more. And I'm talking like I drink every day, which I didn't. But, I mean.
I'm dying without it.
But no. So, for those of you out there thinking about taking a little break, do it. It's nice. It gives you like a clear head.
Got one of these and you can't? If you know, you know. Anyway,
you know.
I support you in your endeavors.
Like, this drink, it's so cute. If you look at
it's all pinky.
Yeah, it's
like your
like
little jalapeno in there.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like thirsty for it.
Yes.
It's good.
Yeah, it's so good. And we just did an unboxing of
from
Inboo's. Oh my goodness. We talked about Inboo's when we did their mango habanero spicy, like the spicy margarita, where you pour the tequila in the mason jar and you let it soak in their dried like goodness that make it taste like a spicy margarita. And it was so good. We raved about it. I got in contact with Ashley, who owns Inboo's, and she sent us a box with 4 bags.
Yes.
If you're interested to know which one she gave us, I posted the video on Instagram. But 4, and then she gave us a mason jar with the lid, the Inboo's lid.
Ashley, will you marry me? This is I didn't know that was going to be a proposal, but it was, and I'm in.
It just happened.
Yes.
But yeah,
I can't wait to try.
We got that box like at least a month ago. I feel so bad. We just are now getting to it because we've been heads. We've been shitheads about the podcast.
We've been so busy. Well, I dog sat.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of things were going on. But
for whatever reason.
But I can't even think of what was going on. But I know stuff was going on.
We do have a podcast in the vault right now.
Yeah.
That I'm not sure is releasable.
No, it's the one we posted on social media. Like, we did a story where I was like in the screen room. It just...
It might not ever make it.
It might not be for the people's ears. Not that it was like awful.
No.
But it was like a lot of background noise and just a lot of stuff going on.
It'll be like the chaos episode and we'll release it if you send us like $5,000.
Yeah, and I was like pretty tipsy.
That'll be the Patreon episode.
Yeah. 10 cents to subscribe.
I don't even know what else. You've been doing traveling things.
Yeah.
You went to your sister's.
Yeah, I went to my sister's. But before I did that, it was the 4th of July weekend. Yes. And that was such a busy weekend. And again, I can't even really think of what I did except drink and
I went
see family. And, I had one crazy night. It was crazy. Like, I stayed out late at my sister-in-law's house.
Like 10 o'clock.
Like midnight.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I rode home with our friends that were also out there. And, yeah.
It was fun?
I went through all of the emotions. I went through happy. I went through sad. I cried.
No.
I laughed again.
And then you were like,
crazy stuff happened. She also had the most delicious red wine. It's called Prisoner.
I have no idea.
And it was the best.
It's just called Prisoner.
Go look it up. I mean, it's pricey. It's pricey. But it was, oh my gosh.
Amazing.
It was so amazing. So if you're like wanting to test out good wine that's pricey,
try Prison. And I don't mean go in there.
Right.
Unless you're
because after that night I looked it up and I was like, oh,
it's $700 a bottle.
It's not, but that's why I was like,
what'd you guys do?
It was so good.
On the 4th, did you watch fireworks?
No, but on the 4th, we went to Towanda and we watched the parade, which was honestly so much fun. It was so wholesome, and like the boys loved it. And we went to Ashley's house and just like hung out there for the parade, which lasted forever.
Oh, nice! So they got a bunch of candy.
Yeah, bunch of candy, and one of the last like floats to come through sprayed bubbles, like bubbles. Like, it covered
my
the whole
God.
entire street. It was wild.
Jeez Louise, get it together.
But it was so cute. And then we went out to my sister-in-law, brother-in-law's house, and they had a family reunion on the other side, and we just crashed it.
Nice.
And then we hung out there for a little bit, and then just came home,
Nice.
and then put the kids to bed.
You didn't shoot off any bottle rockets in the street?
No.
Man, missed opportunities.
Kids went to bed before
When
fireworks
did we
started.
see each other? The Thursday after the 4th or the Thursday before the 4th? When you guys and the boys came down, everybody was camping. It was super fun.
Oh, it was before the 4th. Yeah,
That was-
Thursday before the 4th. That was so much fun. The boys, again, like, loved it. When they are out in nature, like, out in space, they just thrive.
They're out in space. Actually, I
That
think that might have
contained
been
in
the
the house.
Thursday. Well, I don't
No,
know.
it was before the 4th.
Yeah, because I wasn't working that weekend, but I went and dog sat
Because
on
the
first.
next Thursday, I left for Tennessee.
Right. And then all hell broke loose. No, I'm just kidding. But I went and dog sat I camped, like we did camping activities. Patrick and I camped in the back of the pickup truck, and we got rained on, but we didn't get wet.
Hey, that's
No,
good.
it's the first time testing out the back of the truck, so that was good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I mean, not the first time testing out the back of the truck. First time testing out the back of the truck when it rained.
Yeah.
And it, like, stormed. And then in my head, I'm like, there's a freaking giant tree leaning towards the truck, like, right over here, and
It's
the
gonna
wind's,
fall
like,
on
blowing.
us.
I was like, oh, my God, I'd rather be wet than dead. But it worked out fine. It was fun. It was, like, always total debauchery. Oh, yeah, I remember, actually, so Thursday night, I think you guys came over, or maybe it was even Friday. Saturday night, I went home early because there was a bunch of a-holes, including my dad, a-hole, throwing like racks of firecrackers in the fire, throwing bottle rockets in the fire, like just any fireworks he could get his hands on. Him and like a couple other shitheads were all just throwing fireworks in the fire. And I was like, after like 30 minutes, I was like, that's enough. Like, my dog is losing his mind right now. Like,
Right.
he's trying to get as far underneath the motorhome, like, as he can in the bathroom, like, underneath the toilet. I know, it felt really bad. And I was like, you guys stop. You've been throwing him off for, like, a half an hour. Like, my dog's about to have a freaking heart attack. Like, can you knock it off? Whatever. Kept, like, chucking him in there. I just picked my little dog up, and I was like, bye. I freaking went home. And everybody the next day, they're like, what happened to you? I was like, screw you guys. You are disrespectful. You don't care about my dog's feelings. Like, no, I just, like, had a moment. I was, like, enraged. I was like, I'm going to kill you guys. Like, stop. If my little chihuahua has a heart attack because you won't stop throwing fireworks in the fire, I will come unglued and start punching people.
Yeah.
Like, I had a moment. I'm, like, turning red just thinking about it.
Right.
Like, oh, my God, dude. I asked you to stop, please, nicely. You've been doing it for half an hour already. It's fucking...
Right.
I was losing my mind. And it was only the 1st or the 30th or whatever. Like,
Right.
It wasn't even the 4th of July yet because I was in town for that. But Patrick picked me up on Tuesday. Was it the 4th?
Yeah.
And we went to Peoria. It was super nice. It was a nice little date night. We went and we had supper, and then we walked down to the riverfront, and there was this band called Top 4D. They were rocking. I loved it. It was great. And they were like
that's
outdoors
so
and
fun.
yeah, so they were at this bar, but they were outside, and so then we got a wristband so we could go out and watch the fireworks, like right on the riverfront, which I don't think I'd done that before, but it was like super interesting to see them shooting off them gigantic mortars out of the barge, because they bring like 2 barges onto the river and just freaking, boom, and then, I mean, they were like cranking my neck just to try and see them because they were like taking up the whole entire sky.
Wow.
Oh my God. I don't know if I already told you this yet. America, can we all please agree? We do not need commercials during fireworks.
Wait, what?
Dude, I get it. This is like the best and the biggest fireworks display in the state of Illinois. But they would stop shooting them off. And then it was like 93 through the drive, like presents fucking America the Beautiful or whatever. And they'd be like, brought to you by Adam Merrick Real Estate. And it would go pew, 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 pew. And they would like shoot off green fireworks. I guess Adam Merrick Real Estate's green fireworks. Then they would go back to the show and then shoot off more fireworks and do more songs and stuff. And then it all would stop. Brought to you by 93.3 The Drive. I'm the dickhead interrupting you. Brought to you by Adam Merrick Real Estate. Pew, 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 pew. And I'm just like, after like the third time, I'm like, are we listening to commercials right now during the fireworks?
That's weird.
If you're using Adam Merrick Real Estate, call that guy and tell him, stop it. Don't do that anymore.
Right.
Like, how much money did he pay for that?
Right.
It's the biggest fireworks show in Illinois.
Right. Honestly, I don't pay attention to any commercials. If I need something, I'm gonna Google it. I don't need
You to tell me. Yeah, like, I'm not going to be
2023.
Also, I'm not going to be like, oh, the guy.
And now I think you're annoying.
Yes, you interrupt my fireworks 3 or 4 times. Now I'll never speak to you in my life. And if I see you on the street, I'll be like, dude, stop it. Don't do that again. And I'll point. And I hate it when people point. But I'll point at that guy. I'll be like, hey, are you the guy? Don't. Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop. Don't freaking have commercials during fireworks. It's the wildest thing that's ever happened to me in my life, and I've done some pretty wild shit even in the last weekend. But that was literally the craziest thing. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I've never in my life. Like, I've been to the Peoria fireworks before. There was no commercials. Yeah, 40 minutes long and 4 commercials. About like watching a cable network show.
That's unfortunate for sure.
Yeah, so, I've had to keep on the drink to keep myself calm.
And that's why
I've been boozing it up.
Yeah.
It's because it's delicious and fun.
No, honestly, after the 4th of July weekend, it was like, that's when I was like, oh my God, it's time. It's time to take a break. And because I just need to be like a better mom. Like, not that I was a bad mom. I just think about what I want for my kids and what I want for my life. And it was just time.
Yeah.
It was just time. And I'm glad.
Yeah. That feels right.
Feels right. Feels right is right.
Yeah.
All the things. But then after the 4th, so if you know my sister Darby, shout out Darbs. She is a planner. She plans things.
I thought you were going to say.
She's very organized.
I don't know why
she was also like, so her due date was like mid to late July. Or sorry, June.
Like June 23rd.
Yeah, for her baby. And her 2 previous kids came early. Paxton was at 33 weeks.
Early.
Which we
Early
talked about like his journey during the episode, A Mother's Journey Through Autism. So if you haven't checked out that episode, go take a listen because it's fantastic.
Listen to Darby.
And then Penelope was born right at 37 weeks. So we assumed that this baby was going to come early. And so when she scheduled me to come down the weekend after the 4th of July, I thought I was going to come down and like watch the kids and see this new baby
like a month
as
old.
like a month old.
not no baby.
But as like the due date came and went and the date got closer for me to come down to Tennessee, we were like, well, what the heck's happening? She's all
pregnant.
like 41 and a half weeks pregnant. And so she goes to get checked out. Everything's fine, but they say, if you don't have this baby by Saturday, we're going to induce you.
Let's get that thing out of there.
So, yeah. So I go down Thursday.
And that's the day she got entered in the Guinness Book of World Records for world's longest pregnancy.
Right. I could not imagine. And I'm not going to like share her story or anything like that. But the baby was ready to come out Friday. So came out Friday.
Hi, baby,
and it was like
Friday.
honestly perfect timing because she didn't have to stress out about someone having to come to the house to be with the kids. Because what if Dusty was working? Hunter's mom was working that weekend. So it was just like perfect timing that I was down there. I was able to be with the kids. When Dusty wasn't working, she came over and helped out, which was a lot.
Yeah.
So that was super nice. And then the best part was, so they went in Friday, came home Saturday afternoon. I went and picked them up because I had their car. Oh. And it was just so fantastic. I got to see little Penelope, see baby Scarlett, because it's a
New
girl.
baby, yeah.
See baby Scarlett for the first time, and she, oh my gosh, you'll have
She's
to
like,
watch that
"New baby
video.
doll."
She was so excited, and she's like saying baby Scarlett. It was the cutest.
I love it.
It was the cutest thing. And then again, the best part was like the fact that that's my sister, so I'm able to like be with her. If you have had a kid, you understand like what happens afterwards. Like you're just
Elated.
you're healing. A lot is going on. You're trying to breastfeed. Your milk takes a few days typically to come in, so it's just like all of the things. So I was able to like be in the room in Darby's bedroom, and I would just hold baby Scarlett so Darby could nap or shower or eat or do whatever, just like rocking baby Scarlett. And Darby and I would put on trash TV. We started Love Island. And now I have to finish this season. I'm invested now.
Oh my God.
But we were just like watching trash TV, talking, and just like, or not talking, and just like hanging
Chilling.
out. And it was the most peaceful time. And it reminded me of how precious and sweet that like time in a child's life is, that newborn phase. Yes, it's hard, but it is so sweet. It is so lovely. And when I left, I cried. Like I was excited to like go home and see my kids, of course, but I cried. I was like, I feel heartbroken that I don't get to like be with baby Scarlett anymore.
That's not going to happen to you again, or you just mean like you just want to spend more time with that baby.
With that baby, and it kind of like just reminded me I'm not having any more kids. So like that just like makes me so sad.
Oh, sweet.
That face is just so beautiful.
Beautiful baby face. Such innocence.
And it was just so nice that I got to be able to do that like for my sister. We live 5.5, 6 hours apart. So it just like couldn't have worked out better. And I made him some food and I did all the things. And
can I ask you a side question?
What?
Your dad's truck, he had a charge in Metropolis on the way down there?
Like, are you asking what we did?
Where'd you charge at?
So when we drove down, I believe we stopped in Metropolis.
And you charged it up to 100%?
No, 80.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is it only 80?
80?
Is it because it costs money?
Well, yeah, it costs money to charge.
But like 25 cents?
Yeah, it's like something small.
But it only goes up to 80%, or you just didn't want to wait around much longer?
We didn't want to wait around.
How long did it take?
The one in Illinois, the one that we stopped at first, it took like 45 minutes. It took a while.
And that was just a regular charger, not a supercharger?
No, it said it was a supercharger.
But it shouldn't have taken that long then. It's just run down.
No. Okay, so then on the way up, we stopped in Kentucky first because it's cheaper in Kentucky.
Oh.
So we charged up to 80, and then we were able to get all the way up to Effingham.
And then how much did you have left?
Oh, that's
Do you
a
know,
good
like,
question.
20? Does he go
like,
not below, like, 30 or something?
I think when we got to Effingham, we still had like maybe 100 miles left.
So maybe like 20%.
Or maybe it was less. Honestly, I don't remember.
Like 20% maybe.
Yeah.
30%.
Yeah.
You
Well,
wouldn't
no,
wanna go
maybe
much.
it was like 80 miles left.
But you wouldn't want to go much further just in case.
No, like it'll map out. Like it'll tell you like
You should
have
stop here.
You have to stop here.
Oh.
Like if you can customize it however you want. However, if you don't put in a charging stop at
Interesting.
whatever.
And then you probably only
then-
charged
then
up to
we'll
80% again, and then...
Yeah, but that one in Effingham, it charged at 20 minutes.
And it was up to 100, do you think, or just 80?
I think we just did 80 because then my dad can charge it at home.
Right. Yeah, for free. Or whatever. Yeah.
Probably cheaper than...
Interesting, because I
about.
was arguing with the farmers about this.
It's just interesting because, like, the chargers are just inconsistent.
I see.
But
the supercharger should take like 20 minutes.
Yeah. Like, that's the only, like, annoying part where if you're, like, trying to get somewhere...
You have to wait.
You have to wait.
You can't
where,
just fill
like, if
up.
I was driving down to Tennessee by myself and my gas, I would stop...
In your van?
Maybe once to go to the bathroom...
Right.
Top off and then leave. And
you probably wouldn't even need to stop and get gas.
No, I wouldn't have. I'd be on empty by the time I get to their house.
Right.
But I wouldn't necessarily have to.
Okay. And this is called Rivian Corner. I was just wondering. What?
No, I mean, it was cool. I laid back and like I put the seat all the way back, and I could see the sky.
Oh, because he has the glass roof, whatever, sunroof.
Yeah.
What do they call
And
them?
the sun doesn't hurt your eyes.
Moonroof, because they're bigger or something like that.
I mean, it was fun. It was fun to ride down in it, and it's just so smooth.
I want one. I think my next car is going to be electric.
I don't know if I would ever go fully electric. I think I'd want a hybrid.
Well, Patrick has a truck. Oh, his little red truck wouldn't start today.
Oh no!
I know, sad. He's like, I thought it was out of gas. Which I'm like, how much not gas is in there? And so he put gas in it, but it still wouldn't start. So
That's unfortunate.
I don't know. Have to let her sit.
I just talked to him about that truck too.
I know, it's a 95 S10. It's ready to die.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Little Red, but you're fine. You did your business, what we wanted you to do
you were meant to do.
I bet we bought it in probably like 2017 for $1,000.
It did its job.
Yeah, I bet we could still sell it for $1,000 with the stupid ass car market right now too.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
geez Louise. But I don't know if Patrick would sell it. It's kind of probably a liability. Anyways.
Yes, and then the float. Let's talk about the float.
The Female Friday Fun Day float.
Yes.
Dude,
so
it
we
was
talked
tits.
about this.
It was freaking tits.
It was amazing. There was like 523 women.
I thought it was 525. I don't even know what
Maybe
they
it was
said.
525.
Yeah,
it was
something like
520 something.
Yeah.
Women attended the Female Friday float, and it starts at Deer Creek. Like, we all meet at
the
the Deer
Legion.
Creek Legion.
Which is in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, it is.
It's not even
like,
by Deer Creek.
It's kind of like the best location.
It's awesome.
It's awesome, but then it's not, because it's like, who's going out there?
No, either a lot of people or no people, probably. It's a far way away from home.
It is. And then,
Anyways,
so we drop off kayaks, then
At
we
the
go to the
river.
Legion, and then we, listen. They have a DJ. They're throwing out Jello shots.
Do you
They're
remember-
doing all the things.
My favorite part was when she was like, Kim, the lady that runs it, when she started hyping us all up, when she was like, you're all, like, when people ask me who my friends are, I say, all right, do you want to be my friend? Do you want to start drinking at the Legion at 9 in the morning? And then get on the river at noon? And then come back to then stop at the Wiener Slingers on the river? And everybody's like, yeah! And she's like, and then come back to the Legion and drink some more and listen to the DJ. And everybody's like, yeah! She's like, you're all my friends. Everybody's like, wow! Freaking going nuts. I was like, this is awesome. I love this.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
But so she raises money for prostate cancer. Her son sadly passed away from prostate cancer. And this is technically the 10th year.
Right, COVID didn't count because we couldn't get 500 people at the Legion during COVID, unfortunately.
It was not allowed.
Yeah.
But
So
it is just so much fun. I didn't, when we were down the river, I didn't drink.
You did not drink.
I had a different experience.
You did have a different experience.
It was fantastic.
Should we just tell people a story and then they can guess? So we're all sitting there, we're docked up on a sandbar, and there's a girl with her kayak next to, so it's Lacey, me, and then Jen went with us. Love you, Jen. And then there's a girl next to Jen with her kayak, and she has a kayak leash on it, which I've never really seen before. It kind of looks like a dog leash, but it was yeah,
it was thick.
Yeah,
a dog leash in my head.
But it had a round, a looped end.
Okay.
And it was thick, and it was coming off her kayak, but it was in the water, floating in the water. And so, Lacey, I just see you with your hands on your hips, and you're staring at it, and you're for a moment, you're you're scared of it. And then you decide, you're I'm gonna go look at it. And then you just tromp over there, and you freaking get your eyeballs 6 inches from it, and you go, oh, it's a rope. And then you go, I just had a moment. And I was like, yeah, that was awesome, huh? And you were like, I'm good now.
I was panicking. So I look over and I see this thick black, what I thought was a snake in the water. And I was panicking in my head because it was a huge, thick black rope. It looked like it was like a bad snake, like not a good one, a bad snake.
You could tell by the look on your face you were fucking terrified.
Like, oh my goodness, should I tell her? Do I tell the person that there's a snake coming up on her kayak? Like, it's about to get in there. And then and then when I realized it was a rope, I was like, oh my God. And I was thinking, how long was I staring at that?
Staring at it for a minute. Long enough for me to look at you and look at it and go, all right, let's just see if she can figure this one out. It was so funny. And the second best part was, for me, when these women were running into this tree and they're like flipping over and they're having to pull their shit off to the side, which is like fine, but like their friends are trying to stop and
right
help
next to it, like, oh my God, are they about to take
but
me
you're
out?
trying to eat a cookie, and so you're like, fuck, and you gotta pick up your paddle and go by them, and then this one girl's just staring at you like, are you not gonna stop and help? And you're just eating your cookie as you're floating by. Like, sorry, Charlie.
I shoved the rest of my mouth. Like,
you weren't even like, you want a cookie? Make you feel better.
right. Oh my goodness, that first blip. There were so many people that flipped.
Oh my God, a bunch. They just kept going over. It was like an epidemic. It's like, stop looking at the other people flipping over.
Like, why did you guys not see that tree coming up? Why
you thought you could like, can't go over it, can't go under it. Nobody missed the can't go under it part. They thought they should have to go around it.
I'm like, have these people never kayaked before? Like, what is actually happening?
Dude.
And I understand that, but
Yes,
like,
some haven't.
it's very confusing. But then, and then near the end, we were probably like, what, 30 minutes maybe until the end. And we were talking about how I don't think we've seen anyone flip for a really long time.
That one girl. She was like laying back like she was like sunbathing. Her friend goes, watch out, there's a tree right up ahead. Just in time for her to lean up and right into a fire.
And then it completely flipped her. And then she lost her shoes, all of her stuff. She was so pissed. You could see it in her face. She was
freaking pay attention,
right.
dude. You're going down the river. Like, you can't just, like, float. It's not the Vermilion.
And, like, it was going at a decent speed.
Yeah, because remember when I finally got you out in the water, like, waist deep?
Yeah.
And I just kept putting my legs up in the air and letting the current take me down. And I would grab you with my legs.
Yeah, oh my God.
Beard
I was so mad.
I'm
like, you're going to drown. What are you going to do if I don't stop you?
I was
And
drowning.
then you would test me every time.
Did it like 3 times. You wouldn't move. I was like, get out of the way. You're like, stop coming at me. Just like I did to that. Those dudes, unshout out to the dudes that were supposed to pull us up.
Right. First of all, they drank way too much. They were talking about how they were drunk. It was very confusing.
I peed on the one. I told him. I went upriver from him, and I went, hey. And he goes, what? And he goes, don't. And I was like, I'm doing it. I peed in the river and just went right down on him. But he was so drunk he couldn't get away. I mean, they couldn't even navigate the water themselves.
They couldn't even help us. And they were not helping. They made it more chaotic than what it should have been.
Because we had to avoid them because they're drunk stumbling around in the water. It was terrible. Oh, shout out El Bandito. He was there giving out margaritas near the Wiener Slingers.
I knew Lucas. I knew the bartender.
Yes, Lucas. I was too drunk by then, almost. Well, not too drunk, but I was like, I don't need to talk to anybody. I told that guy, old shirtless, that was cooking the hot dogs. He was not paying attention when we walked up. I went, hurry up. He walked over there. And Jen goes, I want 2 hot dogs and 1 bun. And he was like, oh my God. He was like, wow. He didn't know what to say about that.
Over there. I was like, I need water.
Yeah. So if anybody can guess what Lacey was on, congratulations, you've done it before too. If that describes a situation that you've been in, congrats. Oh, also the guys were no help at the end trying to get our kayaks out.
No, they were also drunk.
Yeah.
So Flint was there. Flint came and picked me up, and when you are on the river, you have 0 service. So I couldn't get in touch with Flint at all. I just said, hey, if you're able to come pick me up, you can either pick me up at the Legion or you can pick me up where the get out spot was. So I didn't know. And then we pull up and I hear Grant say, Mama!
I know.
Mama! And he runs up. nothing filled my heart with more joy than that moment. It was so fantastic. But anyway, I say a lot to say. Flint was like, the helpers are all drunk. And it's weird. It's weird.
That older lady was like, dude, I have been on the river for 6 hours. I can't. You're here to get my kayak up out of the water for me. I can't do it right now. Like, I was like, okay. And he went over and freaking like manhandled it. And I'm like, you're a volunteer. You're not supposed to be a participant. Like, I don't care if you have a couple drinks, but you're useless to me right now. And you're supposed to be useful.
I almost wonder if maybe like we give her some feedback, like tell the volunteers that they can't be shit-faced.
I'm sure that it is rampant on the Facebook page right now. Like,
I'll need to go check it out.
Yeah, because I think there's a photo of us going under the Rocky Ford Bridge.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Because that dude, I mean, he was right there snapping a pic of us when we went underneath. Did you see that guy when we went under the bridge? He must not have known what's going on. Remember, he came about halfway up the bridge, and then he looked over, and he just backed up and parked and got out and was like, whoa, what's going on here? Holy shit. There's like 500 women going on the Mackinac right now. It was funny. And then I twisted my ankle at the end.
Yes. Okay, I don't know the story because we pulled our kayaks up, and then you guys were waiting for Ben, but Flint was there, so I was like, do you care if I leave?
Yeah, no, because Ben was like right around the corner.
Right. So I left. So I don't know the story because I wanted to hear it on here.
It wasn't even that big of a deal. Like,
it looks bad.
I know.
Were you able to walk?
Well, I could have been a freaking peg leg at that point. I wouldn't even known it. Because when we got off the river, I was like, oh my God, like, this is my last White Claw, which, like, in the morning, I had a 12-pack, and I put like 9 of them in the cooler, and then I like look at Jen, and she goes, just put the rest of them in there. And I was like, yeah, what am I going to do? Like, leave 2 in the fridge? Who am I?
Right.
So I just put all 12 in there, and then when we were getting off, I was like, dude, like, this is my last one. And she goes, don't worry, I told Ben to bring more. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. It was great, thank God, because then he picked up one of the kayaks, and then Jen grabbed the front of one, and so I went to grab the back of it, and we took like one step, and I just stepped in a hole and freaking snap, and I was like, and it's funny because she's trying to like pull me, and she's looking back like, what the fuck, and I'm like, I just twisted my ankle. She goes, oh my God, are you okay? I was like, yeah. She goes, does it hurt? I'm like, not right now. But it's freaking going to. I was like, initially when you do it, it just like sends like a freaking shock to your brain. And I was like, I should be like limping right now.
But I'm not.
And I was like, I cannot get that second or that third kayak. Like, Ben, you're it. I'm getting in the truck. And then I took my shoes off in the truck. And when we got to the Long Branch where my second drop-off point was, I looked down and I was like, and they all get out, Ben and Jen get out, and Ben's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know if I can put my shoes on right now. I'm in dire straits right now, bud. Like, this is like a bad situation. But I freaking did. I freaking put my shoe on, and I went in the bar, and we had a drink, and then Jen goes, you all right? I go, I would be if Patrick would come and get me. I was freaking out. No, I wasn't, but he did come get me. He just didn't know that he was supposed to come get me because I never told him. And then I was like, can you please? I was like, I texted him. I said, we're passing Towanda or whatever. But I didn't give him like any information or anything. And then he like texted me like, well, just let me know whenever you get there. I'll come get you. I was like, no, come get me now. Here. It was great. It was great. That night, it didn't hurt. I was limping around the house, and he was like, Jesus Christ. Like, is it bad? And I was like, I'm fine. And then the next morning, it was huge giant. It was like somebody put a softball on my ankle.
Yeah.
And it's just it's gotten better feeling-wise, but looks like my toes are kind of getting a little blackish. Like, if anybody's ever seen Mr. Deeds, that's what my foot looks like.
Should it be tested out? Should I
Here comes the black foot. Yeah, but it's yesterday, like, the whole entire ankle was like swollen. Like, I was so fat, even on the other side where my little L tattoo is, was just like, I could see it like looking down. It was sticking way out.
Oh man.
But yeah, I have a little like wrap thingy, whatever you want to call it, little support dude that like velcros like 3 ways, and because I've done this before. Shocking, I'm sure, to you people. But yeah, I've twisted my ankle before, so I bought one of those. So it's fine. I'm fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'll be fine.
Good.
Yeah.
You'll be fine for your birthday.
Yeah. I'm making sure. But I'm not going to do the 5K fun run. I'll probably
That's
still
not
be
till
like... That's like 2 weeks away.
Oh, is it?
It's August 4th or 5th.
Oh. I need to sign up for it.
Go to the good old days in Colfax, everybody.
The Colfax good old days, yeah. I think Flint and I are going to run the 5K. Just push the stroller.
I'll be in the dunk tank Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Oh my gosh, the boys have to do it.
Mm-hmm. $20 guaranteed dunk.
Okay.
All proceeds go to the Midwest Happy Hour. Just kidding, but I tried. I go, do I get the money? They were like, no.
We're gonna need it because I don't think we made any form of income from the t-shirt crew neck sales because we had to buy more.
Everybody, did we buy all of the t-shirts?
I think we did.
If you want one, $50.
The price goes up.
Yes. Maybe I'll sell my wares at the dunk tank. I'll be like $20 automatic dunk or $20 t-shirt.
Yeah.
Midwest Happy Hour. No, Kendall and Aunt Kim and Kathy bought one.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
And me. And you.
Yeah. And then we had some others in there, so we appreciate the ones that did.
Thank you. To our friends and our family.
We live and learn.
Thank you, friends and family. You're all we've got. Because who else do you got?
Yep. Yeah, but speaking of that, hopefully, like, we're ready to ship them out and send them out in approximately 2 to 3 weeks.
However long it takes.
There's no alcohol in these.
No, I just can't talk anyways. However long it takes to get them printed. But
yeah,
we'll let you know.
We'll keep you updated.
Yes. Thanks
okay,
for
anything
listening.
else? Yeah.
Goodbye.
This was a good update.
Cut it. No, just kidding.
And we're done now.
Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being a friend. What's
Thank you very much. Full House.
No. Thank you for being a friend. I don't know. Tweet at us. We don't have Twitter. Facebook us.
DM us.
Yeah. Email us.
Go check out our freaking website. I don't know.
Yes. Do you know how hard it is to build a website? Ask Lacey.
I did it.
And it's hard. She's a genius.
I have a lot of ideas in my head for like what I want to do with the website and what I want to do like for the podcast. I've talked to you about it. It's just like about actually doing it.
Yes. Becoming a web designer.
And it'd be nice if you could assist.
I'm an assistant.
Because sometimes I don't feel like it. Yes. But then on the days I don't feel like it,
you could just text
me.
You
could do it.
Oh. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Just motivate me.
I'll be like, here's my motivation towards you.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Guys, we have plans. We have plans. But I'm reading this book, Atomic Habits.
Atomic? Oh, atomic.
And so I'm going to take some of those nuggets in terms of like also, because I've just been thinking about like my personal life.
Okay.
Like on what I want to do.
Okay.
Based on this book that I'm reading.
Okay.
But I'm going to think more also about like how I want to like create better habits for like doing the podcast and like planning stuff out and then also planning out when I'm doing the editing so that it's just automatic on Monday morning. Like I need to just get in a better routine, better habits.
Darby, how do you become a planner? Oh, when you said Darby is a planner, I thought you were going to be like, Darby is a redhead. That explains everything.
Yes. Yep. Okay.
Thank you so much for being with us on this fine day.
Yep. Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you. Love you.